Hello viewers, I welcome you to Word of Life with Padre Okoromi Paul. I want to use this moment also to thank all those who have been subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I pray that God continuously bless you for this effort. Today, I want to talk to us about a very fundamental virtue as far as human relationship is concerned. A very fundamental behavior that helps two people or more to relate well. And what am I talking about? I am simply talking about forgiveness. 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 The most difficult word in the world to say is I forgive you. It is very, very difficult. Very difficult to tell someone I forgive you. Forgiveness means a lot of things to different people, but for the sake of this study that we are undergoing today, I would say forgiveness has to do with letting go. Let go of those that you are holding in your mind. Let go of those that you have said, over my dead body, I will never forgive you. Let go. It is very, very important. Today, I'm going to be looking at why it is difficult to let go sometimes. To let go of the resentment, to let go of the hurtful feeling, to let go of the negative energies that we want to pour on people who have hurt us. Let us look at why it is difficult to forgive. First and foremost, why is it difficult to forgive? It is difficult to forgive because to some persons, it does not make sense to forgive. They see forgiveness as not making sense. Why will I forgive you after you hurt me? Why will I forgive you? You hurt me so badly after I put all my trust and my hope in you. You hurt me so badly. For some persons, it is difficult because for them, it does not make any sense. And again, why is forgiveness so difficult? Forgiveness is difficult because it requires courage. For you to be able to forgive someone, you need 100% of courage, because first and foremost, the person is the one that hurt you. And if you must say that you are forgiving the person, you need that strong level, that strong power. You need that strong energy to be able to say willingly, I have forgiven you. And why is it so difficult to forgive? The third reason why it's so difficult to forgive is because it is a heavy burden. Forgiveness is a heavy burden. Like for instance, someone who has hurt you, and there is this kind of burden that you carry in your heart. Now what is that burden? You want to unload. You want to pour that anger. You want to pour that pain to another person. So it's the inability to pour that pain continuously brings about that load you're carrying. It's like you're carrying a load in your heart, that until you revenge, until you pour back what the person has done to you to the person, you don't see any need for you to forgive. Forgiveness is very, very important. It's very, very important. Let us look at some of the benefits of forgiveness. Why it is good for us to let go. Number one, you must let go because God himself, each time we betray God, because we too we betray God very well. We too we go against his commandment. Oftentimes we have promised him that we are going to be good, but we later turn out not to be good the way we say we want to be good to him. We often go against his commandment. We often go against our agreement with God. And if that is the case on our part, and if our Heavenly Father will still forgive us, then we need to forgive people. Number one reason why you need to forgive is because God has forgiven you of your own shortcomings. God has forgiven you of your own frailty. God has forgiven you of your own negativity. That is the number one reason. For the sake of God, we must always forgive. Number two is forgiveness brings about healthier relationship. Healthier relationship. A relationship that brings about goodness. A relationship that you see people as brother. You see people as sister. You don't see them as enemies, even if they have hurt you. Another benefit of forgiveness is that it improves your mental health. It improves your mental health, because one thing we must know, the energy we channel into being angry and the energy we channel into loving people and being happy, they are two different energies at two extremes. The one we use to forgive people, the capacity, the energy we burn thinking of how to revenge, it takes a lot away from our body. But the energy we use to forgive people and live in peace with them doesn't affect us. And that is why those who forgive, they live longer life. But those who don't forgive, because of the burden that they keep in their heart, they don't want to unload it. It causes a lot of problem to their mental health, because they are always thinking of what to do. Another benefit of forgiveness is that it brings about less anxiety. It lessens stress and hostility. If we all can forgive those who have hurt us, if we learn, even if they are the ones at fault, if we learn to forgive them, there will be less criminality in the society. There will be peace in the society, because where is all this anger coming from? Where is all the war in the society? Where is it coming from? It is as a result of the inability for us to forgive. You've done me this, I will definitely deal with you. That is usually the word. You hurt me, I'm going to bring you down. When we forgive, there is less hostility, anxiety, our anxiousness towards hurting people. Each time we see people, there is this thing in us that I must deal with this person. Forgiveness brings about less stress, anxiety, and hostility. And also too, it lowers blood pressure. Yes, it lowers blood pressure. When you forgive people, what happens to your system? You find peace within you. And when you find peace within you, you are not anxious of anything. Anxiety is not there. And you are not planning evil towards people. So at the end of the day, what happens? You see yourself living in a healthy life. You don't face that situation of you always finding yourself trying to revenge, because just like I said earlier, the energy you use to think of revenging is more than the one you use when you forgive people. And this energy, the thinking energy, the blood is the one working. So we need to be at peace with people. It lowers blood pressure. We must not forget that. And also, it also reduces the symptoms of depression. People have hurt us, yes, but we need to forgive them and let them go for our own health. Yes, sometimes the forgiveness is not even because of the other person. Sometimes it is because of you. Because if you refuse to forgive them, you end up going into depression. And at the end of the day, what have you gained by keeping somebody in the heart? You've gained nothing. You've gained nothing. So it is necessary for us to let go. Let people go. Unload those burdens in their heart. That revenge that you want to give to people who have hurt you. Also, it also helps our immune system to be strong. When you are not thinking evil about anybody, when you are not planning to revenge, you are not burning a lot of blood to think, then you live a healthy life. And when you live a healthy life, your immune system is there helping you to fight any kind of diseases that will want to come into the body. Also too, it improves our health, the system of our heart. You know, all the thinking comes from the heart. The plan that you want to do evil to people, it is the heart that carries it. The heart is the one that suffers everything, because the heart will keep pumping enough blood so that you will carry out the thing you want to carry out. And why not give your heart lesser job? Because you will still be burning more blood thinking of how to hurt, to revenge. Let go. The sunset must not find you still angry. Yes, do not let resentment lead you into sin. Yeah, he has hurt me. He broke my heart. How many times do we break the heart of Jesus? We also break the heart of Jesus most often times. We too break the heart of Jesus. So if we break the heart of Jesus and Jesus let go and forgive, then we should allow forgiveness also from other people. It is very, very important. Let us not give our heart too much work to do, because the heart is already doing enough work by keeping us alive. So let us not add more burdens to the work of the heart. The last one is, it improves your self-esteem. Yes, it makes people see you in a different way when you are one who forgives. People see you differently from every other person. For instance, it is natural. The human makeup is that when somebody has hurt you, you want to do your own back. That is the natural thing that people know. But when you forgive people, when you are one who is always forgiving, there is this way that people view you. They see you as one who should be respected, because you have proven to be one who should be respected. And that is the reason why it is very, very important that you allow forgiveness, because when you forgive, it makes people see you as one who can be respected, and not just one who can be respected, and it also makes people see you as one who can be left with things. You are allowed to run things. Self-esteem, yes. Now let us look at the stages or the steps towards forgiveness. They are the step we take to get to that level of forgiveness. The steps. Let us look at it. There are so many steps out there that have been defined on how to go about forgiving people. And you have 15 steps, you have 12 steps, you have 3 steps, you have 4 steps. But for the purpose of this video, I am going to be looking at the 7 steps. The 7 steps towards forgiveness. Number 1 is you must identify the hurt. Yes, the hurtful feeling, you must identify it. And identifying it means you have to know the source of what happened. What went wrong? What did I not do well? Or what did the person not do well? You must to identify the hurt. What happened? Number 1 is very, very important. You must know why you have resented not to forgive. You must know the reason. It's very, very important. Now, number 2, you must acknowledge your hurtful emotions. And acknowledging your hurtful emotions, what does it mean? It means you have to identify your feelings towards that thing, towards what the person did to you, you have to identify the feelings you have towards it. There are different feelings you can have towards it that has made you to refuse to forgive. You may have the feeling of hate towards it. You may have the feeling of anger. You might have the feeling of pity, loneliness. You might even have the feeling of depression towards it. You have to identify it. You have to identify your feelings towards that particular thing that has been done to you. The next one, number 3, is you have to forgive yourself and let go. Forgive yourself and let go. Forgiveness comes from within. It comes from within. Yeah, there are people that because of what people did to them, they don't want to forgive. Yes, it's there. Yeah. To err is human, to forgive is divine. There must be that part of us, that divine, that God part of us that makes us different. Look from within. Why am I refusing to forgive this person? You must learn to forgive yourself first. When you forgive yourself, you now transfer that forgiveness to that person. But failure to forgive yourself is also the failure to forgive that person. You have to let go. It's all about letting go. Let your heart go. Yes, you have been somebody, you're in a relationship, the person you're in a relationship with broke your heart and did something that you were not expecting. Yes, let it go. Yes, you have to let it go for your own mental state and for your own health benefits. You have to let it go from within. It has to come within. The 4th one is breathe in compassion. Breathe in compassion. Yes, the person has hurt you. Yes, no problem, but you have to allow compassion to come in. Breathe it in. You can forgive no matter what. If Jesus Christ could forgive those who killed him, why then can't we also forgive? On the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. We have to have that godlike spirit in us. We have to have that Jesus-like spirit in us that makes us forgive unconditionally. The next one is you have to forgive unconditionally. That is the next step to forgiveness. And what is forgiving unconditionally? What does it mean? You have to forgive without strange attachment. You are not forgiving because you want to put it in the mind. You are forgiving and you are forgetting. Yes, you may naturally, when you see the person, you may remember, but just place yourself in that level that you have forgiven this person and you have allowed it to go. Forgiving and forgetting. That's another aspect. Some people will say you can forgive, but you cannot let go. You can forgive, but you cannot forget. But a true forgiveness forgives and forgets. Yes. If you are convinced within your heart that you are forgiving someone, it has to come and go. That is true forgiveness. It has to be unconditionally. You know, some people, when they want to forgive people, they will say, I will forgive you, but there is no how I'm going to forget. Yes, you will not forget, but gradually it will go off the mind. The next one is be grateful. And what does gratefulness has to play in these steps towards forgiveness? Forgiveness is one of the most powerful ways to empower personal growth, both for the forgiver and the forgiven. When you let go of the burden, of the heart and all the negative energies of the emotions associated with the heart, you are given the peace and freedom to live a better version of yourself. Be grateful because you have been able to transfer, you have been empowered to transfer your negative energy to positive energy. There is a movement from the negative energy to positive energy, because the energy that wants to make you to revenge is the negative energy. But when you forgive, you move that negative energy, you transform it into a positive energy. And it is not only positive to yourself, because you are forgiving, you are experiencing peace of mind. You are grateful to God for that. And experiencing peace of mind, you transform it to people around you. Because one thing we must know again is those who are bitter, they always transfer those bitterness to people around them. Like, for instance, there are people that have been raped. They transfer the hatred to all men that they come across. They see men in that eye of hate. They want to just hate, even if there is a better version of a man out there for them. You still see them battling with that hate. When you forgive, you become grateful because you transfer that energy to positive energy, and it affects people that are around you. The last one is, when you forgive, it makes you to love again. When you forgive, it makes you to start loving again. That is the last stage of the last step of forgiveness. Love again. You must learn to love again. Yes. And what does loving again means? Once you forgive, your heart is full of love. You are stronger because you love yourself and love others. No matter the magnitude of their shortcomings or transgressions. You forgive because you love, and you love because you forgive. So my brother and sister out there that have said, over my dead body will I forgive this man or this woman that has done this thing to me. You must always remember that we too will transgress against God many times. We go against God many times, and we always ask for forgiveness. And the Lord's Prayer captures everything so perfectly well. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. That is the summary of forgiveness. We are begging God to forgive us. And if God will forgive us, there is a condition there. In that prayer, there is a condition. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And if we must pray, if we want our prayers to be heard, this is very, very important. If we want to be in that unity with God Himself, this becomes necessary. We must forgive those who have offended us. We must forgive them. We must learn to forgive them. No matter the magnitude of the hate or the magnitude of what they have done to us. Forgive us our trespasses, O Lord, as we forgive those who trespass against us. That is a very powerful prayer, and we must effect it to others. I want to thank you all who have taken out time to watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget also to follow me on my Facebook page, and don't also forget to follow me on my Instagram. All this we are doing is to propagate the word of God, is to propagate and to give our life, to make meaning out of our life. I thank you all for taking out time to listen to this message. God bless you.